Fascist Trump attacks may have backfired. New research shows that Donald Trump's fascist attacks on democracy may have backfired. Trump's efforts to mobilize GOP voters online may have actually helped the Democrats in the midterms. The internet and social media are a type of experience machine. At their worst, the internet and social media function as a self-reinforcing echo chamber and closed episteme in which many people confuse huge amounts of free and otherwise readily available information and content with true knowledge and hard-earned expertise. The algorithm is designed to keep users engaged by amplifying negative emotions and feelings of conflict where individuals who are experiencing emotional and spiritual emptiness, loneliness and other unmet human needs are stimulated into an endless if not compulsive cycle of clicks, scrolling, posts, comments, likes, shares, and other reactions. To that point, people who engage in compulsive internet use are more likely to exhibit the dark triad traits of Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy. In many ways, rage, anger, and other negative emotions and behavior are the currency and business model of social media and the internet. A 2021 Pew Research survey showed that 31% of American adults report being constantly online. As seen on January 6 and throughout the age of Trump and the global democracy crisis, the internet and social media are a playground and a type of force multiplier for right-wing extremists including fascists, conspiracists, terrorists, religious fundamentalists, white supremacists and other malign actors to organize and plan, as well as to radicalize and recruit new members. Donald Trump embodies the worst of human behavior. As the leader of a political cult movement, he has given his followers permission to be their true horrible selves. Fascism and other types of illiberal politics are those antisocial and anti-human emotions and impulses harnessed in the form of a reactionary revolutionary destructive political project. To that end, Trump, the Republican fascists, and the larger white right were able to use the internet and social media to grow their base of support into a movement comprised of many tens of millions of white Americans. As many democracy experts and other observers have concluded, Trump's rise to power was empowered by the internet, social media, and how the American right wing has spent several decades creating a parallel media machine and other institutions that together function as a type of alternate universe for its followers. Democrats, liberals, progressives and other pro-democracy Americans have no such equivalent countervailing force. Trump, the Republican fascists and their allies were able to use the internet and social media to take control of the White House and other governing institutions as part of a much larger and ongoing assault on American democracy and freedom. During the midterms, enough Americans voted to slow down the Republican fascists' assault on democracy and freedom. The Democrats would maintain control of the Senate. Instead of a clear majority in the House, the much-discussed red tide largely dissipated, leaving the Republican Party with a tenuous majority. Recent research by Sean Bowler, Miguel Carreras and Jennifer L. Marola, which is featured in the journal Political Research Quarterly, suggests that the results of the midterm elections are a sign that Trump's power to use social media and the internet as part of his war on American democracy has been diminishing over time. Moreover, Trump's attempts to mobilize Republican voters and his cultists online may have actually helped the Democrats in the midterms. Carreras concludes, our results add an important caveat to the literature on polarization and democratic erosion in the United States. Previous studies have emphasized the risk posed by partisan polarization for citizens' attachment to democratic norms. One possible silver lining of partisan polarization is that it can lead supporters of a pro-democracy out party, i.e., the Democratic Party during the Trump administration, to coalesce around democratic norms to fight against authoritarian excesses by the incumbent party. This research complements the findings by John Green, William Hobbs, Stephen McCabe, and David Laser as recently published in the prestigious journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, PNAS, that right-wing conspiracy theories about the big lie and stolen elections are correlated with lower turnout for Republican candidates in the 2021 Georgia Senate runoff election and increased voting for Democratic candidates. The abstract of Online Engagement with 2020 Election Misinformation and Turnout in the 2021 Georgia Runoff Election summarizes these findings as, liking or sharing messages opposed to conspiracy theories was associated with higher turnout than expected in the runoff election, and those who liked or shared tweets promoting fraud-related conspiracy theories were slightly less likely to vote. At their best, the Internet, social media and other digital technologies can be used to improve the human condition by providing information and facilitating communication and coordination in ways that until very recently were viewed as almost impossible. Unfortunately, those same traits have empowered malign actors and other antisocial and anti-human forces to attack and subvert democracy and a good society. As many democracy experts and other watchdogs have repeatedly warned, the ability of the Internet and social media and other technologies to exercise an outsized and often profoundly negative impact on society, and to do so under the near-exclusive and accountability-free control of corporations and other private actors, highlights the need for more transparency, public accountability and regulation of such technology. The future of global democracy and society may literally depend on how we collectively decide how much and in what ways the Internet and social media, and these new technologies more broadly, should influence our lives, futures, and relationships to one another and the powerful.